Yo guys, morning, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project, self-therapeutic, psychiatric, multimedia project, and all that jazz. If you would like to understand what we do here on this channel, how we break it down into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, all the conceptual basis, as well as the live streaming schedule, how many times per day, and of course the copyright-free music, all that kind of stuff is covered in the previous introductions and live streams for the past 3.5 years straight to January 2021, so you can find that on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you're coming from. With that being said, that's out of the way. Let's cover in just the next maybe 30 seconds what we want to do in the next 14 minutes. So just a table of contents. We're going to break down the stream as usual to about 4 segments. The first segment is going to be mostly photography on food, nutrition, a lot of commentating over that, and that's what we're going to cover in the first half. That's actually what you see, again, real, raw, and genuine. We cover the good, the bad, and the ugly on stream here. So what you see is what you get, and you take a look at the photographs on screen, where that's the kind of stuff we're going to be covering in the first 5 minutes. After that, the second portion of the stream, we're going to get up, it will be a little bit more active, and it will be definitely more active. So I'm going to remove all the photographs. It'll be very engaging. We'll be moving up and walking around the room with all the different locations and trying to sort out what needs to go and what needs to stay and where, just all logistics. Moving on after that, the last portion of the stream, before we get into it, again, we're just going to move it to task list. On the left hand panel, you see a whole bunch of stuff, a whole lot of words on employment. Those are short form abbreviations: volunteering, employment, kitchenware. You may be able to make out some of those. That's the ones with numbers on the side right there. Keeps on topic. There's a lot of stuff of life that I'm trying to manage, and this is a very relevant aspect to a lot of you guys, to whatever you're dealing with right now, especially during a pandemic situation, relationships, finance, whatever it is, the abstract stuff that I cannot visually show, but I can talk about on stream. Okay, and then finally, when we end the stream, we're going to close out the take-home message to take care of your health, your finances, and to become a strong, responsible individual, all that kind of jazz. So you can look forward to that. Without further ado, let's just dive right into it. Quick disclaimer: again, we will not be PC. We will have to, of course, cover the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of my personal insecurities, I do talk about them on stream, and again, I'm supposed to solve this myself. No one else is going to do this for me. This is my own problem. I need to fix it. So let's dive into it. So the first photograph I'm going to expand is this one here, straight up, real quick, and that's just some Wendy's we purchased yesterday. So Wendy's, fast food joint. I think of Burger King, McDonald's, that kind of shit. And so we have here this kind of cheeseburger deluxe for like $2.50 or something like that. And I bought it because I got off work and I was late and I didn't have any groceries this entire week. We've been so busy, and I've been so busy with the business, with this project, with a bit of volunteering, and of course also with this, just trying to take care of my health and working overtime. So working overtime there too for the past 3 weeks. I didn't have any food, and I just decided I had to go get something, and it was a Friday, so I picked this up real cheap for pricing issues. Again, real cheap for like $2. The most important aspect is that it does have protein, so that is the biggest. The most important thing is that I could get my source of protein so that I could actually take my supplements. And so that's the most critical thing that I had to do with that. We have also some fries there, and that was just some snack items. So you see on the top there, we also bought some donuts from the nearby Tim Hortons. So that's just a Canadian coffee donut chain, if you're not familiar with that. And so we had a donut. We had I believe a New York cheese strawberry cheese cake kind of thing. It was just a treat. So all this kind of stuff is what I had for breakfast yesterday, and for dinner yesterday, coming back from work. And I did have to cover it because this is not just nutrition, not just getting supplements, not just covering what I ate and pricing and costing, but also it has to do with photography, and again, wanting to share this onto some sort of platform like Yelp later on in the future. And so that's that. Good. Here's the one with the New York strawberry shortcake, and I think that's about it. So moving on, what other foods do we have? We have this at the very bottom. You can see the receipt. Okay, that's for the Wendy's. Okay, and okay, the most important one is this Nature Valley granola bar right there. It's a class 4 item I received as a gift. So this is kind of like my daily source of gratitude that I try to practice every morning. Just you may have heard this all the time, right? It's just a good mindset to keep yourself moving throughout the day, to stay positive. Just remind yourself, write down 3, 4, 5 different things you're grateful for. And again, all my fantastic colleagues at my workplace, ML, just saying my thanks and appreciating her for who she is. This is a very symbolic gesture here. She gave me this granola bar once again. For the past 2 weeks, she's just been constantly showering me with care and like bananas and like granola bars and coconut water, and she's like just trying to keep me up to tabs, and I'm just saying I don't need the help, but she knows how independent I am, and she's trying to get me to basically open up to other people. I mentioned this in previous live streams. I have this obsession with independence and isolation, and I know that I go too far down that road. I need to be able to work as a better team player. And ML, she tries very much to try and take care of me and try to open me up to other people trying to help me. Oftentimes I'll just say no, and I should stop that, I know. But anyways, thank you to ML for doing her thing. But that's still, of course, a personal issue, and I just wanted to say, big thank you to her. Okay, moving on. So that's class. A little bit of wholesome stuff there. Okay, wholesome content for the day. Okay, so this morning, so this is the last food photography item we have today before we move on to the kind of more movement. We're going to start moving around on stream. This one is a photography of today's kind of depth food. So we had this avocado, oh geez, you can't make that much out of it. But you can see at the very top, it's a mixture of the business products I have. So meal replacement, pumpkin spice Nutrimeal, so meal replacement, plus some depth 2 foods, so class 2 depth foods from my garden. So that's some Basse brand, I think that's how you pronounce it, Mountain Peak Trail Mix, and that's from my gardens, and that plays into insecurities of mine. I should not be using things that make me uncomfortable, but I did binge eat on that a little bit because I was late, and that's my fault. Okay, so I should stop. Same thing with the avocado. I'm not supposed to. You see that green mixture right there? I know it doesn't seem that appetizing, but definitely here's a good photograph to show you. Right, this is what I had. So that's pretty standard Vietnamese drink. So Vietnamese shake, kind of, you go into like pho and you eat beef noodles and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are Southeast Asian, but the point is, if you do, you know that they always have this avocado shake, like jackfruit shake, like triple ice, samsik bing, that's how we call it in Cantonese. And so all this kind of stuff, and me being kind of like mixed in that sense, in terms of heritage. So there's that kind of stuff. There's a class 2 avocado shake, class 2 nuts, and also my class 1 items for the business products that I mixed all together with the oatmeal. And so class 1 I purchased myself, class 2 from my gardens, and so mixed it all together, and that was my breakfast for the morning. Like I said, I'm supposed to make sure I don't use things that that make me uncomfortable, and that's just my fault. In the future, I'll try not to do that. And the good news is we're on recovery, so it's time to get rid of these photographs here, and I think I've covered most of the things that I want to see. I'm just going to do a double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go stand up. I'm gonna turn on the lights. I'm gonna remove these photographs, and we're gonna start moving on stream here. So turn on the lights, and here we are. Okay, so region D1. So let's just kind of break down the room a little bit here, so that you get a good gist of how I gotta get a good grasp of the camera. Okay, so that's region A, right? A, and this is B. C for the closet, D is kind of this entire region, but of course we separate things into like D1, D2, D3. So this is D1 right here, most urgently right now. I still haven't managed to give these 2 away to my clients, just some products. Now we have here, most importantly, the garbage that I need to keep away. So this is stuff from Tim Hortons and Wendy's yesterday. So I'm going to take this, and you can see it's all kind of compiled in here, like this sort of food art way. It's all trash, and I'm just going to take this this work bag, and put it inside, right? And when I go to get the groceries in about like an hour, half an hour or so, I'm gonna take that all out with me. I'm gonna keep these paper napkins, move it to the side here, region A, and just leave it here next to me. Now that we're region A, we need to talk about some supplements that we need to restock, and they're largely automated now. But basically, this is USANA Health Sciences, and again, 4 years biomedical science kind of thing. This is my field research into cellular nutrition, into molecular biology, into immunology, all that kind of stuff. It's my kind of field, it's my interest. It's not my sole interest, it's not even the priority, but needless to say, I need to restock this kind of bottle here of proflavanol C, which is antioxidant to maintain my cardiovascular system. Of course, the most important thing though is not to get expensive supplements. The most important thing you should do for yourself is get enough sleep and exercise, stay fit. All right, and that's something that I need to work on myself, by the way. So I'm going to take off this plastic wrap here off stream, and then I'll take off this old bottle on the side. So you see this bowl of oatmeal here. I was late for today, should be going downstairs, but this one's got only 3 capsules left, so I'm going to swap this out, and I can recycle this, or maybe keep it for a sample of the client. That being said, there's also something else here. You see this check, okay, and that is important because I have to pay for the next quarter, so 3 months rent, and so that has to do with finances. So we talked about nutrition, finance, logistics, business, garbage, trash, waste disposal. Okay, next, last item here, region A is this receipt, obviously Wendy's. I did the budgeting, put it on Excel into my database, and obviously we also done the photography now on stream, so that's great. Put this over here, move to region, I'm going to fix that up, obviously. That's region A5. Okay, so now we can sort of sit down, because last 2.5 minutes here, and I'm going to pull up this task list here, and it just kind of, there's a very meta screenshot of the laptop here, because what you see is basically, well, you can see sort of a bit of me in the reflection, right? But the point is, we're going to start talking about things that are a bit more abstract, and I guess what you want to see that's relevant on the title there is to, it says enough already, right? So fast food, tasks, debt foods, avocado, all that kind of stuff. So I've been getting real sick of all the food stuff that covers so much time out of my streams. What I would like to do is to turn my live streams. I talked about this, I alluded to this yesterday, about how one of the items here, in fact, why don't I get rid of the one that's further on the side? So we wrote down this morning a whole bunch, almost like 25 things we need to get done urgently, and I can't tell which one is going to be done first, but you can see there's health, there's projects, there's employment, there's learning, there's volunteering, devices, finances, kitchenware, mental health, systems, there's all sorts of business, everything just coming together. The most important one I can say is that I may be turning these live streams into my own tools, and recently I've been extracting the audio from my videos just for the past week and playing them while I'm working, and it helps me to get a gist of what I do well and what I do very poorly on stream, especially when it comes, bring that feedback mechanism, to be able to watch myself and criticize myself on the spot means I can constantly improve. And so what I've done here, okay, I'm not going to dive into too much detail about what I need to cover here because I don't have enough time, right? We only have about a minute left, but the point is I need to get this kind of stuff done over the weekend, and some of the stuff here I'm going to try to start automating, in the sense that, not automating, I'm going to start using the live streams as my own tools. I'm going to start using these podcasts, which I'm going to start podcasting very soon, as my own tools. So it's like developing my own tools, my own personal set of gadgets. And these gadgets are actually an extension of myself. So I could say I embody these tools themselves. So it's very, very abstract. But soon it will be very concrete, and you can touch and feel and can make use of it. So that being said, take home message. Let's get to that now. All right. Take care of your health, your finances, yourself. Make sure you become a strong, responsible, disciplined individual. Not to preach. Hope you just share this understanding with me that you can't take care of anyone you care about unless you first can stand on your own 2 feet. So with that being said, I hope to see a better version of you as well as myself in the next live stream tomorrow morning. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao.